Of course, I can't hear anything for some reason.
Perfect.
Let's try this again. I can hear you there. Yeah. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I just need to, honestly, my speakers now isn't working well, my audio. So let's just try this. Where is it? Where's Len, by the way?
He's there.
Hiding behind. How's it, everybody? Welcome to another podcast while we're facing some technical difficulties. But I do want to chat a little bit about the brand new launched Asus Xbox ROG LIX. So please do let us know what you think about it. You've seen it floating around. We've done our initial hands-on impressions of it. And you've seen a few other people leaving their first impressions on it as well, and their review. So what do you think about? Oh, that is the wrong one. That is the wrong one.
Going so well.
What are your thoughts on the Asus ROG Xbox LIX? What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, I haven't actually been lucky enough to hold this thing in my hands yet. I think everyone else in the office. No, this is the claw. Everyone else in the office
but you.
Chance, yeah.
I mean, so it's not. There's some hardware changes, most notably that grip, and I'll kind of bring it up on my screen just now. I'm just waiting for my audio to kick in. Why is nothing? Say something, Cody.
Something, Cody.
Ah, there we go. There we go.
Good, thank you.
Let's open up. Where's the chats here? Chats. Ariel, who's skipping class again today, says hello.
Well,
Louise says hello.
In chat, which is like a...
Ooh, what was that? Why does Cody have glasses on his cap? Where should glasses go?
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no glasses here. There are none. No such things.
So guys, there we go. The beautiful ROG Xbox LIX. Like I said, we've had some hands-on time with it. You can check out Ariel's full review, and I did an unboxing and first impressions on it, which you can also check out online. I, for one, like it. I'm not, as I said in my video, I don't own one of these, so I'm not kind of a direct customer for this. But out of all of the ones I've tested, this is my favorite one, just in terms of how it feels in my hand. And I do like the refinements they've brought in, although you can get those software updates with the previous ROG LIXs, so you can benefit from that. And most notably on that is the kind of app switcher between your Xbox app and Windows 11, which is quite a cool feature that allows you to kind of switch. So you're not really running in Windows 11 directly all the time like you used to before. So it feels more like a console experience, in my opinion.
That's cool. And you said you can get it on the old LI as well?
Yeah, you can update the software. Ariel can jump in on chat and kind of give us some more information there. But yeah, there's the update of the software is also available. I don't know how. I think it's just to the LIX. I don't think it's anything before that. Connor is the first person to notice and comment on my hat. Terrible crew here today. So Ariel says no. So Ariel, you can't update previous versions. I thought that was the thing. I mean, that makes it even more. That gives this one even more reason for the upgrade.
How does the Claw, MSI Claw, compare from that software perspective with the MSI integrated gaming software?
Well, the Claw would have its own setup there, so whatever they choose to do. But I think well, they've got their own interface. Whereas the Xbox interface is kind of their own update to that, their own skin on that.
Look, I mean,
Ariel says she did do the. Sorry, I did the update. The Xbox UI is locked to the Xbox ROG X. Okay, so I mean, there is a benefit to that unit in many ways, which I like. Nice. It's kind of a nice feature. So to answer your question, Len, it's It's just that interface that you get. So each one, Steam Deck has got Steam OS, obviously, so it's a little bit more intricate and advanced. But any other one that's running on Windows 11 will have their own little game launcher, whatever they deem that to be. But the Xbox One makes a lot of sense for me, in the sense that Xbox campaigning for everything, everything is an Xbox.
Sure.
If this becomes your console, if an Xbox is just a PC essentially, which we know they kind of are in terms of, you can play those games on PC as well. Yeah. It makes sense for this to become the future. Various versions of these type of things, especially the size. Imagine if you have one of these without a screen, how small a console could be. Ariel says the best UI is still the Steam's UI, which you can run on most other handhelds now. Yeah, so that's also obviously a good point. Because Steam, most of the games I'm sure a lot of people will be playing is on Steam OS. One of the downsides of the Xbox Ally X, and criticisms I've heard from some people, is that there's a lot of older console games, Xbox console games, that it can't play. So it's not quite the console replacement yet. But like I said in my video, with this, I can see where they are going. I can see where Xbox is kind of heading in their pursuit for gaming. Xbox, what Xbox is.
Yeah, that's cool. And I mean, they've had years of experience, to create overlays like that. So I'm pretty sure when they're coming to this whole ecosystem thing, it's also probably why the Steam one, Ariel loves the Steam one so much, because they've also had years and years of building an overlay. The benefit there is you're running Steam OS, which is one purpose, all right, running games. So what Xbox is doing here is maybe bridging the gap. What they probably should have done is launch a version that's pure Xbox overlay, Xbox under the hood, right? So there isn't any overhead from Windows 11. But I think we're going to see that coming with future generations of this, or potentially collaborations like this with other brands. Because you do want this on all Windows-based consoles, right? You do want this capability. I think it's for now a licensing thing. Makes sense, right? You're launching with one of your biggest partners. But arguably, the ROG Ally has always been one of the better consoles out there in terms of performance. I like the Ally X for that reason as well.
I wonder how long that exclusivity is going to be, or is, for.
I think it'll probably be a generation or two, but it wouldn't make sense to do it too long. You want this on all, for you to push the Xbox, Microsoft. You want that on all. You want that on all platforms.
If you're Asus, you want it exclusive for 500 years.
Yeah, exactly. Ariel says it's just too pricey though. Okay, so it's going for 19,000 Rand, because for a cheaper Windows machine, sorry, let me just put it back. For a cheaper Windows machine, you can get a Lenovo Legion Go. That's also a great handheld. Also on Steam Deck, I still have a Linux operating system, so I can still do whatever else. Yeah, the Linux side of it doesn't really convince me. Who uses Linux, really?
For gaming,
from day-to-day stuff. I'm talking about for day-to-day stuff, not for other things.
Yeah, I'm on that same train with regards to the cost of the Ally. I mean, it looks beautiful, and I know that even the previous generation, Ariel was all about how she preferred that, and it's just, I mean, she's played with both. You've played with both. Cody and I have not. We've just we've had the Legion, we've had the MSI. In fact, I've got the MSI Claw here in front of me, and I obviously can only talk about what I've experienced, but I'm loving my Claw, and while it doesn't have that grippy Xbox vibe that you and Ariel rave about, I get it. I do feel like this Claw that's its disadvantage, and that is what I liked about the Legion. Obviously, the Legion has got another cool little thing, which is the removable handles, which I really love. Kind of makes it more Nintendo vibe-ish, right? So, and therefore maybe that might be a better handheld because it's more a bridge between handheld and a console. But yeah, the only reason why I'm bringing in these other handhelds is because of the price. I mean, it's hectic to get to nearly 20,000.
Well, I mean, yes and no. Remember the previous, and I've just confirmed this again, the LIX is the same price.
Yeah, the Z2.
No, the Z1, the original Asus ROG LIX Z1, 17,999. So
Still, or was that launch price?
that's now on their shop. I can see it here.
Yeah.
It's, let me show. Oh, you can see, oh, you're not seeing that screen. What am I doing? Let me share it again.
You just left us on the fact for so long.
Okay, so the new one, what, is 19 and the old one is 17, right?
No, 18 and 19.
18 and 19, okay.
But look, okay, so and obviously you're not just paying more for nothing, right? The hardware itself, you're running with the new AMD processor underneath the Z2, the AI Z2 Extreme. You also have a lot more memory, right? You have 24 gigabytes, where most of the other consoles have 16. You have 1 terabyte out of the box. A lot of the other consoles have 256 or 512.
Yeah, but you see, that again just brings the MSI claws. What are they, around the 10, 11, 12,000 rand mark, depending on where you're going to go, where you're going to get it. Obviously,
check. I don't know. I'll check now.
Depends on whether you get the Ultra 7 is not sold.
The MSI claw is the Claw 8 AI on Takealot is 23,000 rand.
What?
Yeah, that's the latest one.
Okay, so you do get 32 gigabytes there. The problem is you're still running. You are running on the Intel Arc platform, which isn't bad, but you're still competing with the new AMD stuff, which
Check
is
the
still
price
better.
of the Claw, the original. I mean, this one, the Ultra 5.
10 grand. The MSI Claw Gaming A1 MX is 10 grand.
Yeah. And I don't feel like to pay an extra 10,000 rand that I'm losing out that hectically. Yeah, I don't know.
No, okay, but now you're talking about two different things, right? So upgrading,
sure,
you probably won't see a benefit. And in Ariel's case too, she prefers a Steam Deck for a lot of reasons, and also she's saying the performance gains are minimal. I still want to see benchmark performance from the Steam Deck in terms of those 3D mark and those kind of things. Obviously, frame rates do matter, but I don't see that this is a overly priced gaming console. It's very much on par what's out there, but it's the latest one that you can buy right now. If you're a fan of the Xbox ecosystem, like I've always been, I kind of like the layout of it as well.
Yeah, I know. Look, I'm an Xbox fanboy as well, as opposed to PlayStation. So I guess I would look. I haven't, like I said, I admitted I haven't played with it. You and Ariel have. I love the Legion. That was really, really special. But yes, personally, I've got the Claw, albeit an older generation. So I feel a little bit left behind now. Didn't even know about the next generation. We haven't tested that one yet. So we have. I haven't read the NAG website recently.
But anyway, Ariel's obviously making a lot. Yeah, that's why we need you on. Yeah, Ariel. It's difficult to chat like this, but she's saying performance gains on the ROG LIX and the ROG Xbox LIX and the LIX. But for me, if you've got the LIX, you're probably not going to find the benefit in upgrading. You're probably going to sell your unit and then do the upgrade if you do want that. But that's not what I'm talking about. For me, as somebody that doesn't own this, now it's appealing. I won't buy it. It's still not something. I'm not a console gamer, so this type of thing I don't have a need for. But this is the one that I see as a new purchase. There's a lot of value in.
So a fair comparison then, right? So the new Claw, that 23,000 one that I haven't seen yet.
Well, on Amazon you can get it for 19,000 rand. Amazon.co.za. Takealot, it's quite expensive.
The Claw.
Yeah. So the Claw 8 AI Plus you can get for 19. So you can say that they're on the same price range.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right.
But now you're talking Intel versus AMD.
Sure, but the design of the new Claw doesn't have that same very cool feel that you're experiencing. And
yeah. It's basically got the handhelds that you feel like you're holding on to a controller rather than a flat piece of interface.
Yeah, and I think I'd love that, because I often on this Claw, that's what I was getting to just now before you rudely interrupted me, is
What?
I often touch these buttons at the bottom here accidentally because it's not it doesn't feel like I've got a control in my hands. It feels like I've got a flat stone in my hand, which is a beautiful flat stone, but it's still it doesn't have that controller.
Ariel says the Ally runs way better than the Claw, and I agree with her there.
Yes, I know. She's hammered that fact down many times with
But having said that, it also depends on what you're playing. So true for everything we're doing, right? It's always nice to look at the latest shiny toy and say that's what I want, but unless you're going to actually make use of those additional features, be an Xbox Game Pass subscriber, get access to those games, play, the Claw is great. I think, especially in your case, that's why you're so happy with it, because especially at that price now, the value that you're getting playing indie games, slightly older games, you playing your retro titles, you don't need anything else. In fact, go find second-hand handheld consoles, and you probably have a fantastic time and save 10 grand. But yeah, for the rest of us who's kind of trying to play Cyberpunk on full resolution settings and getting 50 frames a second, that's what we want. 60 frames a second, 80 frames a second. Yeah, you'll chase the latest.
No, it's exactly that, Reach. That's exactly where I'm at. I'm not using my handheld device to play something that I would much rather play on my full PC, whether that be on my notebook or my main machine. Otherwise, my main machine would kill me. There's no way that I would do that. I would play those indie titles, and for me, this old Claw, it's doing everything I need. I love it, really do.
Yeah. Look, again, I don't think we would have. It's an accessory game. It's a gaming accessory to your existing PC or console. Yeah. Unless you may be a younger person and you get your parents to buy you one of these as your console, because you might be traveling a lot or doing whatever. It makes a lot of sense. But yeah, this is not a first gaming PC must-have. It's a nice to have add-on to your gaming lifestyle, if that makes sense.
Yeah. How much is this,
Vincent?
Now, by the way?
I think you can get them for about 13,000. Ariel, let me just check here. Why am I doing all the Googling and the switching and the questions, guys? Where's your PCs there? Come on.
We have only connects to the old PC, which doesn't have internet.
So the Steam Deck at incredible connection as a parallel import. I'm not sure if that's the official one. It's 20 grand, but you can get them on Amazon, the 256 LCD edition for 13. Macro sells them also the parallel imports. I don't know if that makes a difference these days, but for the 512 gigabyte for 16.
Is it the LCD or the OLED?
I would imagine it might be I don't know. It might be the OLED. Let me check.
Because they haven't dropped a new one for a couple of years. The latest one I think is the OLED, where they technically just updated the screen.
It doesn't say on the macro listing. So there you can see, it doesn't list here if this is the analog one, the OLED one. Anyway, I mean, either way, you'll be able to get that OLED one for a decent price. And it makes sense, especially if you're not getting the latest hardware in that necessarily, but you're getting an enhanced operating system.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is basically the Android iPhone fight. iPhones always had that thing. They optimize their software to make sure that it performs on the hardware that they have, and they've always performed super well. They haven't necessarily been like, we've got a 356 megabyte camera and this. Only lately, with the new M chips. But previously, they always just optimize everything, and that's where the Steam Deck obviously shines, because they've optimized their OS for the hardware they've got, and that's why it runs so well.
Now, the question is, once Steam OS becomes available for every other device, things are going to change a bit, because then you can definitely get an older handheld, put Steam OS on there, and you're probably going to get a phenomenal experience off of that. That's going to make newer hardware an interesting sales proposition, and it'll breathe a lot of value into older handhelds.
You're going to have to ensure that when you release a handheld, that you get that ray tracing 60 FPS minimum on a AAA title if you're releasing new hardware, because it doesn't make sense otherwise if you're not, Right now, we kind of struggle a little bit. We're like, we bounce between 40 and 60 frames, depending on how many cars are in the traffic. But if you're going to release new hardware, when you're going to have to guarantee at least 60 all the time. Otherwise, it's pointless.
I saw a comment just now about someone losing interest in Xbox since the pricing.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about it. I was leaving it for clearly now the segue time, Len. So Vincent says Xbox died for me with a price increase, and that's been a topic around the office, and I think most of us cancelled our Game Pass subscription, not kind of out of hard protest or anything. It just doesn't make sense. The value, I mean, for me, I played a few of those games, but again, if Call of Duty was one of the main reasons, Warzone is free, so you don't really need the Game Pass subscription for that. And it's like streaming services, right? You probably want to cancel some of them after a few months if you haven't been watching it. But I mean, the price did go up quite a lot. It didn't feel quite justified.
I hovered over the cancel button on Monday or Tuesday this week and landed up not canceling. So I'm not on that train yet. I still see, all my games that I want to play.
That I want to play, that you'll never land up playing.
Yeah.
I was hovering as well when I hit the cancel button.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Darren asked if we saw the T's and C's. Apparently, the price won't increase if you're a current subscriber. So I lost that privilege.
Oh yes, that's exactly. Oh, thank you. Thanks for that comment. That's exactly what happened. That's why I hovered, because I looked at the price. I'm like, okay, I pay an annual subscription, and my next subscription is, I don't know, June next year. And I'm like, but hang on a sec, that doesn't tie into this price increase that.
So you benefited from that, yeah.
I was talking about it, so yeah, that's why. So
yeah, look, I that's exactly why I hovered, because I saw the same thing. No, because I was like, I'm technically canceling because it's getting more expensive, right? That's why I'm canceling or hovering over the cancel button. Then I saw that it wasn't going to, and then I was like, cool, I'm not going to cancel. And as I said, cool, I'm not going to cancel. It came into my head, you know what? These guys are just backtracking because they increased it. Everyone had a hissy fit. They're like, oh, damn, let's backtrack a little bit because we're going to lose everyone. We're going to backtrack, wait for the heat to die down. When the heat's died down, we're going to slip it in and be like, cool, it's time for that increase. And then I'm going to cancel it then anyway. And I wasn't playing anything. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to have to deal with that in 2026, so I'm going to just deal with it now. So that's why I hit cancel.
Sorry, are you still? That's still. What is that?
Rude. I'm going.
That was a detailed story. I'm teasing you. No. But the question is, were you playing many Game Pass games at the? Do you play many of them?
That's why I was like, I'm not. Like benefiting anyway.
I think it just kind of opened up that question where it's cool to have it or access to all of those games, but I find myself browsing through those and then going back to my Steam library more times than I actually play on Game Pass. And I think a lot of people are like that. So it's just a question of, maybe I don't need it at the moment. And I'll subscribe when there's something up that I want to play.
Yeah.
I mean, EA Play now with Battlefield, obviously it kind of makes sense, but after 3 months, you may as well just buy the game, right? So there's all these kind of weigh up the costs of everything.
Great point, because that was also part of my hover over the cancel Xbox thing, was because I still don't have Battlefield 6 because a certain person said that I'd get a key and I haven't got a key yet. I'm not looking at you because it's you. I'm not going to name and shame, but anyway, so I was like, the 3 months period, I may as well have just bought that. Well, 4 months period, I may as well have just bought that game. So, I didn't sign up for the EA because that
was my argument too. I actually cancelled my Game Pass, which I think was $200, if I'm not mistaken, or something. And my argument is, I know the game that I'm going to be playing for the next few months is Battlefield, so. That I canceled some movie subscription like Netflix and stuff as well. A couple of those that I'm not really using. So immediately by doing that, I've basically paid for my game in month 1. Right, so it wasn't like, wasting money. I'm just kind of repurposing that entertainment spend, I guess. And I think you lose track of these things. That's a problem. Game subscriptions here on your phone, there's one every now and then you'll find, I subscribed to this random weather service that I wanted for 2 days, or Flight Radar, which I love. Whenever people travel, I subscribe to that for a while because then you can track people. Obviously, although you can do it with the free version as well, there's just some features. So these things add up.
Yeah.
Deathwish says Battlefield 6 is amazing. Okay, we're gonna start podcast version 2 and talk about Battlefield 6.
Are we?
I was in a meeting with Metal State yesterday, and I got ridiculed for not having played the game yet. So I'm one of those outsiders.
I think now this is your call, Len. Wake up call to get the game. It's worth it though. I've been playing it 2 days in the evenings. It's good. It's good. It's strong, solid.
But I've got a
okay, Cody.
I've got a racing sim that keeps calling my name. I try and boot another game up, and then the only time I get away from my racing sim is when I got my handheld far away, and I dare not boot this handheld in front of my racing sim. Otherwise it cries.
With Steam Link, you can do that on any device with a screen and Android operating system. I'm just going to pull this one up. We've got a topic I wanted to quickly chat about. Where is it now? How did I miss it? Oh, yeah. Tyron says he's got a controversial topic. He paid 7,000 Rand for Tarkov the game. Now it's launching on Steam, but in order for him to play it on Steam, he needs to buy the game again.
Oh, God.
7,000 Rand. Holy crap.
It was one of those like early launch things. I mean, I even bought it not for 7K, but he obviously bought some super mega pack that gave him all the rations and all the headphones.
Of course, yeah. I wanted to get into that game so badly, but I knew if I step into that world, it'll be 7,000 Rand later, like we've just been proven. Hello, Big Mac Daddy. How are you doing?
Anyway.
Yeah, when publishers do that, I get livid with that kind of shit. Really, it's not cool. Surely you alienate a lot of people, which is exactly what we can.
But why do you think Rockstar makes so much money? Because I bought GTA 5 on every platform over the years.
How much have you spent on 5? Just 5?
Okay, maybe just 3 games, but on special, right? So if I have it on Xbox. Then I bought it on not so many times, and I bought it on Steam, and then so it was actually just twice, but it feels like I bought it a million times. No, I did buy it somewhere else too. There was another platform I bought it on. Anyway, I can't.
It must be like Xbox 360 and then again on Xbox One.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe it was twice on. Maybe I bought it on Rockstar and then also on Steam.
Yeah. So just getting back to this whole publishers thing and that controversial topic, should the same way that we handle this whole cancel your Xbox subscription because of that hectic price increase, are there enough people out there that would support that'll push back to the publisher and go like, hell, what have you done? And then hopefully other publishers will not do the same thing, a rinse and repeat.
What are you referring to specifically? What publishers are doing?
Well, purchasing a game. I mean, if you
not letting you transfer licenses.
100%, you should absolutely have that benefit and then some, because
the trick comes in because each platform there's fees and there's a lot of things that with each of these platforms. I think there's probably a couple of technical reasons and financial reasons for that, especially from the big publishers, right?
Surely you look after your base. Surely.
Yeah. I mean, if you do like a 50 Rand license transfer or something to cover the Steam fee.
Yeah, it's not cool. Yeah.
Look, it also depends, I guess. Is it the same publishing house and same company that did the ports? It's the same game.
I don't think it should matter, Reach. Honestly, I think.
Well, it depends because it's all money, right? So it's like, if we pay for the development of NAG magazine and we syndicate it in another country, I don't even know where our point is going with that. But there's layers to the money being spent on this, and I don't think it makes financial sense.
Let me answer it like this. Company X buys Company B. Clients have invested in Company B. There's a value to Company B, which is why they sold for that value. Surely that translates to whoever supported Company B still retains that benefit, irrespective of who owns. The new owner of Company B is with Company X.
The problem is shareholders who want to make money. That's the actual problem.
You should be looking after your base. Anyway, yeah, I would be very pissed off. If that happened to me, I'd be seriously pissed off. But
so I just did a quick search here. You generally can't transfer licenses between platforms because they are tied to the specific platform's account and hardware through licensing agreements and not direct ownership. So if I buy it on platform 1 and I need to transfer, those agreements need to be then changed. So I think there's costs and legalities, I think, with licensing.
Yeah, but I mean, then offer a discount, quite a major discount to your existing player base, if you have to do something like that.
I mean, what does the music industry do back in the day, right? If you owned the CD, you weren't really entitled to the vinyl version of that.
Yes, but I could transfer that CD to a tape deck. I could transfer.
Technically, that was illegal, but yes.
I was gonna say.
I mean, we can also play all these games for free if we really want to. Not the live, not the online, not the multiplayer games maybe now, but we can certainly play that. But yeah, not quite legal.
Anyway, I'm still dumbfounded at someone spending 7,000 rand. Although I
how much have you spent on Fortnite? How much is your sim rig? Right? I mean, it depends on what your passion is, where you spend your shekels.
And it happened to come with a racing sim.
Okay. Noted. I'll shop where you shop next time. All right, guys, let's wrap this shindig up. What do you think of my Windows 95 cap? Len, you didn't even comment once on it.
Yeah, no, I love it. I think it's really awesome. And because we're in this big retro phase, right? We got the retro NAG LAN tickets that have gone on sale yesterday. That's doing lacquer. We're starting to wrap up some really cool prizes for that retro LAN ticket. Every person that buys that retro LAN ticket will get a VIP experience. I'll say experience in inverted commas because that comes with some really cool stuff, including meals and magazine and lots of stuff.
It's going to be delicious. I just want to be part of that so I can get the food.
My mouth is watering.
It's going to be so cool.
Just that.
Now I'm hungry for lunch.
Yeah.
Is it too late for lunch? It's almost 4 o'clock.
You can have it's afternoon tea.
Afternoon
11Zs, 4Zs. It's 4Zs.
Well, thank you for the approval. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the world's best podcast on gaming at NAG in South Africa.
Thanks for the support. We do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, and we've got a lot of, obviously, as we run up to Rage, a lot of exciting things are happening. So yeah, keep your eye to the NAG wall for all of that as it happens. Thank you, guys. Have a look.
I've got one more thing. Yeah, one more thing, because I know that there's one person watching and listening to this podcast. I'm wondering if we'd be able to get our hands on 40 mouses to hand every person that forms part of the NAG Retro LAN.
40 me's.
40 me's.
Huh. I wonder.
What an interesting wonder.
Yeah.
What an interesting proposition.
If only there were a person that could get their hands on 40 mouses. Mouse.
Wasn't there a new one launched as well recently from that very brand? How do you guys not know?
Which one?
What are you talking about?
I can't put it on you. I'll send it to you offline.
Yeah. Do that.
Okay.
Cool.
But yeah, thanks for that comment. I'm also looking forward to Rage. We're really excited. Super excited.
Cool. So on that, don't forget, go to shop.nag.co.za. We have a limited amount of seats available for that retro LAN. You go to that link, You click on the products button, you click NAG events, the retro ticket is right there. You click buy. And if you have any questions, drop us an email, go onto the Discord, hit our social medias up, you know where to find us. Cool. Go for have lunch now.
And someone that goes to the NAG Retroland will win that Windows 95 cap that Reichardt is advertising on his head right now.
You can't just give away my stuff.
Raise cap.
You can get your own for about $50 on Temu. That's what I'm saying.
Cheers, guys.
It's
Have a good one.
It's a bit of a crappy cap, though. I wouldn't brag with it. But yeah, cheers, guys. Thank you very much. It looks good on camera. See you.